Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. It's the Que-stead show. I always get official when something spectacular happens. Yes, the lawnmower is officially fixed. I got my front cut. My neighbor came over and right away, as soon as I finished, I started the lawnmower to make sure that it was running. And then I went on and ran it up to the front and put it in the yard so that once he came home from bringing his daughter from school, he'd see it. Well, he had already brought her home from school. He saw it right away and came right over and started cutting. So he got it back here and up front. Front looks good. I'm not weed whacking. All the weeds grew back, quickly, but I'm not gonna weed whack. I'm still recovering, and I'll do that once the new weed whacker gets here. I'm getting, my friend is bringing me one that her late brother left behind. She said that it is, it doesn't take the string, and it's battery powered, so that's gonna be real nice. I have to work my next big job. First of all, the trees coming through the fence. We got a spot there, and we have a few spots down there. Believe me when I say, see where those holes are in the fence? Because the fence has deteriorated. Before DTE came and cut some of the trees last year and the year before, I had trees coming all the way through the fence. You couldn't even see the fence. Okay, I also noticed that there are lots of weeds in the flowers. See them? So if I want my flowers to bloom, I'm gonna have to pull all that clover and whatever else is in there out. And believe me, I will be wearing gloves anyway, but I'm scared that it could be some poison, something up in there. Sumac, ivy, oak, I don't know. So I'm just gonna be careful. So I'm gonna be getting out here to do that, and that shouldn't be too hard. I just have to go all the way along because the weeds are everywhere. So I'll do that the same day that I cut the fence line. I decided that the peach tree, since it's a dwarf variety, I'm going to move that. I'm gonna take it up out of the pot and I'm gonna move it to the front. It looks like it's halfway dying this year. And last year it gave me peaches. Half the leaves are gone. Well, I'm not walking way over there to inspect, but from what I'm seeing here, I don't know if the net did that or if an animal got to it. I know it's alive because it bloomed. It didn't bloom, but it produced leaves this year. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I might not move it after all. Pear trees have to stay put until I get my pears. And then I'm gonna get along that fence. I told you I'm killing all this grass off. But we have and since I'm back here at the trees, we have a whoop, whoop, whoop. Plant alert. The potatoes back here are starting to come up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I planted them too close, oops. But maybe, you know what, maybe I didn't. I remember I didn't plant them too close together. They're just producing more plants. You know, because I didn't cut the potatoes, so each of the roots, you know, that were showing, the nubs, produces a plant. So perhaps that's the reason why they seem so close. But I'm gonna leave them. There's 1, 2, because I planted all 8 all together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And some of these could be the ones I planted last fall. Because remember, I threw some regular potatoes out here just to do it in the same area. Because mine, in fact, that's what those are. Because mine run from this stick down to that stick. So here's one right here. So I know this one is from mine, from Fedco. And the rest of them should be getting ready to break soil. I'm just moving stuff back. Ooh, look at the microbes, y'all. Because I want the ones from Fedco to break ground too. But Looks as if I'm getting potatoes. Yeah, these were from mine because I planted them like right along the edge. I just threw the potatoes in there. I didn't pay attention to spacing or anything. They'll come up. I'm not worried because here's one right here from Fedco. And then the other one should come up. But we're running from that pole there. Why am I zoomed out? Zoomed in. One to there to there. So my new ones should, the good ones should be, right in that area. But I'm just glad that I got some coming up out here. That's good to know. So let them keep on. Okay. So yeah, the grass looks much better. And my neighbor, he cuts almost daily, y'all. I'm like, I hope he don't expect me to keep up like that. Once a week is all he can get out of me. Or once every 2 weeks. I know with the rain, we had a lot of cutting to do, but come on. But his look really, really nice over there, I have to admit. Okay, I've got brush to cut right along this fence here. And then up further, I have brush to cut. So I'm gonna come out with my trimmer next week and get that done. It'll be later in the week. And then I'm gonna get this pathway done, get those weeds out of there, get that covered and tarped. But it looks a lot better to me. And it's helicopter season, y'all. They've been flying everywhere. So I blew a little bit back here today. I didn't do too much. I just did that. And the other thing I did today here in the greenhouse, first of all, I came in here, I had been forgetting to bring my barometer and thermometer out here. So I remembered today and I brought it out. No, I remembered yesterday. I brought it out here, and when I came in earlier today, it was 110 in here at 2 p.m. And I was like, oops. So I cut on the fan. In fact, let's cut it back on now. I cut on the fan, and when I came back out this evening at about 6:30, it was 90 in here. Now it is a comfortable 65, or yeah, 65 in here because I've been running the fan. Okay, I planted one of my Ducelet peppers in that pot there by itself. I'm gonna get the rest of these plants transplanted on tomorrow. The basil will wait until I get my herbs next Friday. But I'm gonna get the King of the North pepper planted and the other Ducelet, and those will be planted alone. When I took those peppers out and separated them, I see a difference already in one day. I don't know if you can see, the Lessias are getting a little bit bigger, and that one pimento that I have left seems to be thriving. I separated the Jimmy Nardello from the Carmen, so I have 2 Jimmy Nardello in here, and I need to space them a little bit more. I will do that later. I'm gonna harvest lettuce on Friday. It is time. My left for dead lettuce is doing wonderful. So I'm gonna harvest that and make me a salad on Friday. I'm gonna buy, and it'll be my last time, hopefully, buying a cucumber and tomato. My raspberry, I still have blooms coming. There's one right there. And then I have some more on the other side. But y'all know I don't like to touch this plant. Here's one right here. Let's see if you can see it. Right there. There it is. It's coming along. I don't like touching this plant because it's thorny. Tomatoes are doing good. And I know this is repetitive because every day I'm showing you the plants. But y'all know with y'all gardens, every day there's a change. Diana, I have a question. I know that you had told me before about the Epsom salt for the grapes. Now, after I saw your short yesterday of your grapes being loaded with grapes, now I know I'm in 6B, you're in 7B, so there is a difference here, but I want to try to make certain I get some grapes. Tell me step by step exactly what you amended with and what you put. And I know your grapevines are in the ground. I know that's a whole different ball game. And mine is in a crate here. But tell me exactly what did you do? I need to know. So because that's my one and only shot. By June, if I don't have some grapes coming on these vines, I'm not getting any. But I am getting some. I already told y'all what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a grapevine. Next week, I'm going to Lowe's and peep those grapevines. And the ones I see with grapes already on the vine, I'm getting one. I'm going to just get one because I want some grapes this year. I moved my plants, y'all. I put all my vining plants and all my bush plants at the back because, for instance, those ground cherries are going to get gigantic and bush. The melons are going to vine up the pole. The grapes, of course, are going to vine. My cucumber is going to vine. So I put all my vining plants back there. In the middle, I put my tall plants. The green beans, those are bush beans. And it looked like I'm getting a flower coming on one of them already. That's possible, y'all. That's one of the ones I planted, you know, that I started from seed back in March. The white okra and the jambalaya okra, I did separate those. I put 3 and 3. And they're going to grow up real tall. In fact, I'm probably going to have to move those out further to the middle once they take off. And in Michigan, my okra never takes off until around July. And that's all she wrote at that point. Once it takes off, it starts putting on fruit. And that's all she wrote. So I put my peanuts, I put my squash further up front because I'll be getting my squash flowers and leaves. And I put most of my peppers up here. Which one is this here? Because it's doing good. Oh, the cherry pepper is beginning to take off. And the sweet banana hasn't done anything yet, but I'm hopeful. The Cubanelle is looking pretty good. They're all surviving. The Carmen, they're surviving, but they're not big. Tell me, what fertilizers do you use? I just use the regular amendments, but I might need to get something else. Do peppers like nitrogen? Or do they like phosphorus better? I would assume nitrogen, simply because nitrogen will give you bigger leaves. So I planted out my collards. They have their own container. I got rid of the figs, y'all. The figs were dead after I pulled them up and looked at the roots. Also, my 2 strawberry plants were dead. The 2 that, the mother plants from the Ozark and the white pine. So I'm thankful for these here. I've got 7. I think. Yes, 7 in total. 2 are big. The rest of them are kind of small, but they're growing. See that one right there? So I'm thankful for that. So I don't even need to order anymore. Once I see what variety I get, I'll order later if I feel the need. But my regular June bearings are doing good for me this year, so I'll be thankful for that. I covered my greens in tulle. I did that last year. Every year, my greens get ate up from flies and whatever else. Last year, the first year that I covered my greens in tulles. My greens were perfect. I had a 100% perfect green, and I only did 1 plant last year. I was hurt. That's why I did 2 this year, and I might buy some more if I see some more. With that tulle covering it, I didn't have not 1 bug bite. None. My greens were perfect. No holes, nothing. So I did that again this year. I did it exactly like that last year, except they were in a crate. And that tool worked. The bugs, I saw bugs because they would be on top of the tool because they couldn't get through. But none of them got through, and my greens grew, they thrived, and they did wonderful. So I'm praying for the same this year. I moved my blueberry back here, the baby one, and I moved my strawberries here. And yeah, it's crowded back here, but you know, it's gonna be that way because I still have a lot more to plant. And I have to get some Swiss chard when I go to Pelly's. My herbs will be up front. And oh, I'm gonna get some more peppers. I wanna plant some yellow peppers, yellow bells. And I'll probably get another sweet banana plant because I love sweet banana peppers. And since mine are so small, it's going to be a while before they take off. I probably won't get any pepper fruit until August, if I get any at all. So my cream peas and crowder peas, they're doing really well. So all in all, I'm satisfied with the garden. This is my, wait, what's going on? What plant is this? This is the gold raspberry. Oh, that's right. You know what? I was like, what's going on with this plant? I'm seeing it looked like a squirrel had eaten it or something, but it just dawned on me. Remember the other day I cut this plant because I had those stress leaves Whew, scared me to death, y'all. Wait a minute, I was eating a snack. Strawberries. I'll be glad when I can eat my own strawberries. Blueberry bush, the blooms are starting to die off, which means the blueberries should be coming in mid-June, if not sooner. I'm gonna just let them grow as big as they can get and see what happens. If I see a honeyberry plant, because honeyberries can be pollinated with blueberries, because I think they're in the same family. If I see a honeyberry plant, I will be getting that. So I'm quite sure I'm gonna be adding a few more things. Every year I do. You know, the Swiss chard. So I've got room. I said I'll just fill up the floor. That's all. I'll just make a space to where I can creep through just to get to the plants, get to the harvest. But to me, it looks good. I like it. Yep, the bigger the better. And now that this table will be free, I can put plants on this table, and I can also put plants on that back table if things get crazy. In fact, I'm thinking of putting a Swiss chard back there, and I know I'm bringing my, if I get the creeping rosemary, that's coming in here. It's not gonna go in the herb pot up front because it's a perennial just like that thyme back there. Another thing I did, y'all can see the sun because it's getting ready to start setting. What I did earlier when I cooled off the greenhouse, I said, well, I can do something else. I said, let me try these bags up on the rafter. So when the sun was beaming, it was beaming straight down where you see the bags. I put the bags there. Immediately, I felt a difference. And so that is part of the reason why it cooled off. So I'm leaving them up there, and I'm gonna get them set before I close it up for the night, so that tomorrow when I come in here, I'm gonna look at my temperature and see where it's sitting. If it's not at 110, I'm gonna know that those bags have worked. And I know that burlap is gonna work. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We're at 17 minutes, so I'm right at my limit. Oh, I'm working on my shawl. I changed the pattern. The pattern I was doing, which was my normal pattern that I like, I didn't like it with this because it's so thick. So I went with just a regular triangle pattern, and it's still thick, but I like this. And I decided to stick with the shawl. And the other one, hold on, let me set this so you can see it. And I'm gonna turn the camera so that you can see the shawl. Hold on. Hey. Okay, here's the shawl. So it's getting big, y'all. I've got to do 60 rolls all together, so it's more than enough yarn. And I have enough yarn to do a little lap blanket with the solid color yarns. But I like how it is because I have the three colors there, the turquoise, red, and yellow. And it also has blue, but you can't really tell. Then I had some turquoise, I had the red, and I had the yellow. So I'll run the turquoise, one more of the turquoise, red, and yellow, then I'll be done. So this is it, y'all, the shawl. Okay. Alrighty, so yeah, I've been talking too much now, so let me cut this 2 minutes short. Oh, to the health. When I tell you that I felt like a new person on today, in fact, I just took my vitamin. I just took it a few minutes ago. I drank that orange juice and I took that multivitamin, and I went to bed early last night. I was in bed by midnight, probably a little bit before. And I ended up going right to sleep when I went to bed, and I slept and woke up at 9 this morning. I had set my alarm for like 9:30, but I woke up at 9, so I got on up. Then I ended up taking a nap right around 11. I got a little drowsy, so I was like, let me just take a little cat nap. So I set the alarm for 1 o'clock to wake up because I knew I needed to come fix the lawnmower. And so I woke up before the alarm went off. I woke up at about 12:30-ish. So I slept like maybe an hour. And so I got on up after that. And I got on out here and got the lawnmower done. Like I said, that took me a couple of hours. And then he started working on the grass and stuff, and I started piddling around here, and I've been out here. So I got dinner on now. But anyway, I felt like a new person, still feel like a new person. My legs are not hurting. My legs aren't feeling fatigued. I'm not short of breath. All that stuff that's been going on with me for the past week here is overnight. I mean, I woke up feeling, the moment my eyes popped open, I was like, thank you, God, because I know. I said, I could feel it already. I know you healed me. Thank you. And I won't let that happen again. No, I won't be running out of vitamins. I'll be buying another batch when I get like halfway through that batch. And the orange juice will stay on deck. That's something I've always kept. But I quit buying it probably a few months ago. I just stopped buying it because of the price, for one thing. But now, no, that's something that's going to be have to be kept. Oh, I know why I quit buying it, because the store where I normally get the Minute Maid, because that's the only brand I'll drink. Every now and then I'll drink the Florida, whatever that one, what's that one that comes in the weird bottle? Simply Orange. I'll drink that from time to time. But I couldn't find either brand, so, and then I never thought about it again. I'll be thinking about it from now on, even if I have to buy the off-brand, what I don't like, because I don't like pulp. And those two brands give you the option of either low pulp or no pulp at all. But anyway, no, that won't be happening. Every time I go to the store, I'll have to get some orange juice. It's just that simple, because my potassium has to stay on track here, you know. Yep, so, okay, so I'm gonna get off of here. We're at 21 minutes now, so now I'm over my time. And Lisa, let me show you the bags real quick before I get off. Ugh. Okay, so these are the poly grow bags that I use. Like I said, eBay is the cheapest. You can get them on Amazon too, but I love eBay. But this is what they look like. I ordered some this year because I thought I was going to need to change them out, because this is my 3rd year. And I was like, oh, they've got to be messed up by now, full of extra holes. So I'm going to change them out. They were in excellent condition. Excellent condition. And each one of them that's in these crates are in their 3rd year. So I had bought all these, so I'll just keep them. So the time will come where I'll either be adding more, you know, as my garden expands, or I might decide to switch something out at some point, or give a few away, you know, like to my sister. She might need some, that type of thing. And you can grow in the bags themselves. You know, they'll stand up just like a regular grow bag, but I just like them to line my crate because it gives it a neater appearance. Mine don't look neat, but when I first put them on, it looked really good. But anyway, so I just wanted to let you know about that because you asked that question. And there's my dead plants, y'all. The fig trees were dead. Look at them. When I pulled them up by the root, and those strawberry plants were dead, so I made room, okay? Time to make room. Alrighty, so I'm gonna get off of here now, and I'm gonna head in the house, go check on my meat that's in the oven. And so you guys have a beautiful, wonderful evening, and may God bless you all. Look at that sunset, y'all. It's feeling good in here with that fan going. Yep, so I'm gonna get the lawnmower put away too. I need to lock the shed up. But Gerard, my neighbor, he didn't do his lawn today. He may do his tomorrow, or he might be just waiting until it cools down a little bit, because he know he had a chore with mine today. So I'll leave it out for now, and then at dark, if he hasn't come to get it to cut his lawn, then I'll put it up. He knows where to find it and everything, so it'll be all right. Alrighty, so I will talk to you guys later, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.